7-seeded Lincoln Eagles out of Nebraska. My name is Paul Gilmore, joined alongside by Jeremy Caldwell. We want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast.
Yeah, so we have the Memphis Eagles versus the Lincoln Eagles.
We had a prediction before the game that the Eagles will win.
I'll put money on it.
Seems like a good bet. The Memphis Eagles wearing their traditional white uniforms with the blue numbering and blue trim. Meanwhile, the Lincoln Eagles in the black uniforms with the white numbers and red trim. Lincoln Eagles win the tip. Memphis finds themselves in an unusual position. The last two homeschool games they've played, they have lost, which is the first time in 5 years they have lost to another homeschool team. 4-time undisputed champions still have a chance for a 5-peat this year, but a much more challenging task. Caleb Thomas is going to start the Nationals off with a three-pointer. The all-region player out of the Big South gets the Memphis Eagles on the board. Deep three is answered by Grady Bowden. He was the all-region Heartland player for Lincoln, and he answers right back.
Yeah, that was a deep three by Bowden there.
Cross-court swing to Adubato, no good. Defensive rebound was controlled, thrown straight to Thomas, who was unable to connect on the rebound. Breaking out the other way is Ben Hartman.
Yeah, Bowden there affected the shot for Caleb Thomas.
And that's the back-to-back three by Bowden. They might have to consider switching who's picking him up and how far they pick him up out there beyond the college three-point line.
Yeah, he's shot both of those with confidence, just set his feet and pulled it. Knows he has a size advantage with most people he's playing against.
Speaking of size advantage, that was David Abram. No good on his post up ahead. The layup attempt is no good, but we had a charge that was called against Adrian Green. First foul of the game for either team. Memphis is going to elect to run a full court press.
Broke that press pretty easy, did Lincoln.
Lenzen with the ball at the top of the key. They now have Zay Harris guarding against Bowden. That ball is blocked by Abram. Ends up in the hands of Adubato. In the corner, Adubato, three, yes. Nothing but three-pointers so far. 2 for each team before the breakaway layup is no good from Jonah Stratman. Thomas gets it back to Adubato. No good off the front rim.
Good box out there by Bowden. 6-6 ball game here, 5 minutes to go. First quarter.
Lenzen for three. That's short off the front rim. Rebound to Harris. Ball knocked out. Last touch by Stratman. Substitutions for MHEA. Caleb Mathis checks in, as does Elijah Guess and Cam Mathis.
Some early substitutions here.
Guess underneath. Thomas keeps the handle.
Yeah, Bowden is definitely affecting the inside game for Memphis Eagles right now. He's doing a good job of standing his ground.
In the corner, that three-point might have been tipped, but ends up in the hands of Thomas, who flips it up over Bowden.
Well, that's the first three-point field goal in the game.
That's the second breakout That's good for Ryland Kaiser. And Jeremy, if I'm being honest, I think as MHEA was starting the game, they maybe thought having David Abram out there to combat Bowdoin before realizing how much range Bowdoin had.
Right.
That shot swallowed up. Eliminated by Ryland Kaiser.
Yeah,
Lincoln keeps possession.
Memphis started out with the big man thinking they were going to have a post issue, and next thing we know, we got KD out here shooting three.
That ball is ripped away by Cam Mathis. On the drive, guess, no good. Off the backboard, ends up in the hands of Caleb Thomas. And consecutive back-to-back putbacks.
Early 7-point game.
And that time the run out is no good, too far for Bowdoin.
Yeah, Lincoln is on a quick-made basket. They got guys running out. They're trying to throw it over the top and get a couple easy baskets here.
We had a player tying his shoe underneath the Memphis basket. I don't think these players will complain about that. I can see a couple of them breathing pretty deeply. It's been a fast-paced game so far. A little bit more than halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, I believe the players in this game were appreciative that he needed to tie his shoe there.
Another good baseline drive. Cam Mathis gets himself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Mathis is really quick with the ball.
That ball is tipped away from Kaiser. Mathis up ahead once again. The substitutions making a big difference already for the Memphis Eagles. They're up 6 now before that drive. And that's going to send Nick Lenzen to the free throw line.
I think that foul is going to be on Cam Mathis, 23.
First foul of the game for Mathis, second overall for Memphis.
So Lincoln looks like they're coming out the game wanting to run and push the tempo. Lenzen misses the first free throw.
Isaac Taylor checks in for Lincoln.
See a lot of players right now with their hands on the hips, trying to catch their breath.
0 for 2 from the line was Lenzen. Second one rimmed out. Guess. In the corner, Thomas, quick trigger three, short. Offensive rebound goes to Memphis. Cam Mathis got there amongst the Giants to pull down that rebound. Euro step back out to Caleb Thomas, who resets for three.
That's 10 early points here for Caleb Thomas.
That's a good sign for MHEA. He struggled a little bit in the Big South Regional. Mentioned earlier that they lost their first homeschool game in 5 years to the Houston Raiders, and then ultimately got 4th place in the Big South, losing to the San Antonio Patriots in the 3rd place game. And Thomas struggled in both of those games. He did not have the usual offensive output, whether that was teams keying in on him, and he tried to, involve his teammates. But either way, he certainly did not have the kind of offensive output he's had in this game. And it looks like there's a little bit of a spill.
Yeah, they
on the court.
spilled the drink there on the sideline.
Probably not Dr. Pepper.
They spilled it on the referee as she was backpedaling. So they're trying to get that cleaned up real quick as both coaches take a little advantage of this as a free timeout. Gather their players, for one, get a little rest on them, and then discuss their game plan moving forward.
Kudos to whoever's given that ref a little wipe down.
Yeah. As one of the fans come out of the stands to help out. Quick update over at Drury while we're in a time stop here is San Antonio Patriots are up over Mid-Missouri Mavericks 20-6. And then once again in that game, Paul, we see a Big South versus Heartland matchup. And we've seen a few of those today.
We have seen quite a few of those today. As a matter of fact, we were looking at the schedule today and the one for tomorrow, and it seemed like there was a lot of Big South Heartland matchups earlier today. As we head into the evening, we've got more of the 5A games for the boys over here.
Yeah, and the game that you're watching here at Evangel is also Big South Heartland matchup.
For the Lincoln Eagles, speaking of them being in the Heartlands, they were the D2 runner-up over at the Heartland Regional. Bowden got the scoring started early. Now has Guess on him. Taylor unable to connect. Thomas rips down the rebound.
Yeah, one change that Memphis has made is to not let Bowden get free from the three-point line.
Under 2 to play in the opening period. High post entry pass to Caleb Mathis. Caleb Thomas hits another one. That's his third triple of the quarter, and he now has 13. Corner three is short. Rebound chased down by Mathis. He's got it trapped in the corner, and he calls a timeout, 30-second timeout, so save the possession.
Good timeout there by the player trapped in the corner, able to get the timeout call before he gets to jump. And Memphis out to an early 20-8 lead with 1:28 to go here in this first quarter. It didn't look like it was going to end that way on the first quarter, the way it started with Bowden stepping out, hitting 2 big deep threes. And, since then, he really hasn't got a shot off outside the paint. Memphis has done a really good job of closing out on him and, depleting the space that he was given early on, knowing now that he can hit those threes. And then for Memphis, Caleb Thomas he's heated up pretty early in this game. He's got 3 big threes. He's got 13 points early in his first quarter. And over half of the points for Memphis coming by Caleb Thomas alone.
And obviously there's plenty of accolades you could give for Caleb Thomas. We saw what he did in the last couple of undisputed national championship games for MHEA. Committed to Freed Hardman this season. On the drive,
number 12
was Caleb Mathis, his first basket of the game. Stolen straight away by Cam Mathis, and he's going to get knocked by Bowden.
Good foul there by Mathis to read that pass, cut it off, take it straight to the hole, and draw the foul off of Bowden. And that's going to send him to the free throw line shooting 2.
And this game started 6-6 with a couple of back-to-back three-pointers for each team as Mathis rims out the first. And since then, it has been a 16-2 run for MHEA. So, Jeremy, we saw that as one of the themes for this gym, I guess, today.
Yep.
It's been a game of runs as Thomas gets the offensive rebound, just filling up the stat sheet. Elijah Guess, his first basket of the game. That's now 5 different Memphis Eagles that have scored here in the opening period of play.
Yeah, that was a big rebound there by Caleb Thomas to go up and grab that at its peak.
Bowden falling fadeaway three-pointer, no good. Thomas, it ends up in the hands of Harris. He skies for the layup, no good.
Both teams back to that fast-paced tempo.
Good look from Lenzen inside to Ben Hartman. Hartman's first points of the game.
That ended that streak you were talking about a while ago. And now it's a 18-4 run that Memphis has went on here to possibly end this quarter.
In the far corner, good ball movement from the Eagles. 4 seconds left to play. Thrown straight that time to Lincoln. And before the shot is able to be put up on the offensive rebound, that's going to do it for our opening period of play. So a high-paced, high-scoring offense early on eventually sees Memphis pulling away 24-10 after 8 minutes. Second quarter action and more coming up after this.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. when it hurts. Real time it.
Memphis up 24-10 over the Lincoln Eagles. Second quarter action back underway.
Let's see if Caleb can continue his hot streak. Threw that pass a little bit high to the big man. Had a good move there. Had him open on the baseline, just threw it a little too high.
On the drive, flipped underneath, good look by Kaiser, but unable to connect on that layup. Caleb Thomas picks up right where he left off, another three-pointer. He's got 16 in the game. Meanwhile, Lincoln as a team has 10. That time, Abram blocks the shot, but not before fouling Kaiser.
Yeah, Kaiser's done a really good job of getting inside to the basket and driving, not afraid of contact there. Lincoln's going to have to do something on the defensive side to change up their approach on how they're going to guard Caleb Thomas, because they haven't had an answer for him right now. As Kaiser knocks down the first free throw of 2.
Two for 2 for Kaiser. Gets Lincoln on the board in the second quarter. Good find. And that time Abram traveled before he got the shot up. Good looking pass from Green.
Yeah, once again, I think Bowden affecting that shot with his size presence in the paint. He caused him to hesitate and shuffle his feet a little bit.
That time the foul is going to be called on Green. That's his second.
That's the same exact play they ran a while ago with Kaiser. This time they ran it with Linzen. And same result, getting to the free throw line, shooting 2.
First free throw hits all different parts of the rim and falls in. So 4 for 4 thus far in the quarter are the Lincoln Eagles. Another substitution as Cam Mathis checks back in for Memphis.
That was Green's second foul, so I'll probably give him a few minutes on the bench.
Guess takes it all the way, leaves it just short, but Abram able to collect. And David Abram on the score sheet.
Yeah, one thing he did well there was not hesitate with the big man on his way.
Good look from Linzen. Passes it up and ahead to Hartman.
Another backdoor cut.
When you're playing an aggressive team like Memphis, you'll have some of those backdoor cuts available. They've done a good job of finding those. And also Memphis has done a good job of finding Caleb Thomas. He gets an offensive rebound. That time Cam Mathis is blocked. And they say the ball goes to Lincoln.
Yeah, Bowden got the block down there, using his size to his advantage. Gonna run that same screen action.
That was a good look that time. Unfortunately, the pass was just a little bit too late.
Yeah, they've been putting Abram in that screen action up top on that high-low, and he hasn't been quick to react on the which man to take. They got to do a little better job communicating to the Eagles there of Memphis.
Inside, outside to Abram for 3. That's no good off the back iron, but we're going to have an offensive foul going the other way. They're going to say
Caleb
that Elijah Guest pushed off. Caleb Mathis checks in for Abram. And Zay Harris checks in as well for Guest.
Once again, that high screen action and roll off the ball.
That was a good drive, but just stripped away by Caleb Mathis. Adebayo, three-pointer, hits the front side of the rim, bounces off the backside. Just driving all the way into the post was Kaiser. Could not connect on that runner. Adebayo looks like he lost the handle. That's exactly what the ref is saying, that the ball was tipped and juggled
right
before he put the shot in.
And that's the reason he didn't get called for traveling.
It looks awkward from the fan standpoint, but it was the right call. Good pass cross court by Bowden. That corner 3, no good. Great offensive rebound, kick back out to the top to Linzen. Behind the back, a little bit too saucy, and that's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, he had the back door cut, but he just unable to get the pass through going behind the back.
Substitution for Lincoln. Ben Hartman checks back in.
31-16, Memphis Eagles up over Lincoln Eagles. 4:20 to go and counting.
Adebayo burned Bowden on one end, could not connect. Another underneath the basket backdoor cut is up and good for Ben Hartman. He's been doing that all night long. A great source of offense for Lincoln. They still trail 13. Adebayo three-pointer, that's too strong. Offensive rebound. That time by Caleb Mathis, no good. But we're going to have a foul. So, Jeremy, one of the major differences so far in this game has been the second chance opportunities that Memphis has almost every time they come down the floor.
Yep, and that foul was on Ben Hartman. But Memphis is doing a really good job of crashing the boards, knowing that they have Bowden down there to rebound, and getting one guy to box him out and sending your guards down there and kind of get the weak side. Bowden's going to come out of the game now and try to get him a little breather. And he's been the difference for Lincoln Eagles on the defensive side, especially because he's able to change the trajectory of most of the shots.
That three-pointer was good by Bert Nelson. Ian Charping has checked in for MHEA. Caleb Thomas, another one.
That was a deep one. That's his 5th three of the game.
He loves playing on the big stage.
Foul on 23. That's going to be Cam Mathis, his second foul. Cam Mathis and Adrian Green each have 2 fouls apiece for Memphis. Another substitution for Lincoln, as number 23, Nick Linzen, is coming into the game. Number 4, Rylan Kaiser, is going to get a little breather. Good defensive pressure here by Memphis.
Nice give and go by Lincoln, but that's going to be an offensive foul called on Linzen.
But once again, Paul, they're running that high screen and roll action up top. And, you know, they've gotten to the bucket quite a few times on that. Another substitution for Memphis. Looks like Guess is coming back into the game. Elijah.
Less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. Caleb Thomas, heat check that time off the front iron. I think you'll live with some of those shots. And Guess short on his second attempt, but it'll stay with Memphis. Once again, lots of opportunities for the Memphis Eagles on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, having 5 threes already early in the first half of this game, you could probably live with a little heat check there for Caleb Thomas.
That time Caleb loses the handle, but not before he's fouled.
I didn't see who he called that one on.
I believe he called that on Linzen, Nick Linzen.
If he did, that would be his second foul.
Running floater no good from Caleb Mathis. Running out up ahead without even dribbling. No good that time. Caleb Thomas is able to save it, corrals it. And we're gonna have a jump ball. So out of all that hectic scramble and diving on the floor, we end up with the jump ball back in the possession of Lincoln.
Yeah, Caleb did a really good job jumping on the floor, trying to keep the possession alive. Just wasn't able to get it.
And Nick Minetti checks in for MHEA. Underneath, we're going to have a foul as they try to get the ball into Bowdoin.
It's Elijah Guess's second foul.
And that's the 5th team foul, so Bowdoin's going to go to the line with 2:02 left to go in the second quarter, trailing by 14. Too strong on the right side.
Might need to back up a little bit from the free throw line there.
Well, there's a nice Stallion logo out here. Maybe right where that nose is.
Right at the tip.
Second free throw is good. That's the first points of the second quarter for Bowdoin. As a matter of fact, that's the first points he scored since those back-to-back triples to open the game.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of closing out on him, not letting him get open like he was the first 2 times.
That three-pointer is too strong. Offensive rebound for Abram. Minetti resets, gets it back to Thomas. They're looking for Abram down low, working on Bowdoin. He's going to take that baseline jumper, and he's going to hit it.
Yeah, that was a good confident shot there by David Abram. You know, sometimes you just got to shoot with confidence.
And that ball was erased by Abram, but I believe the body was caught before the shot went up.
Yep, that foul's going to be on Abram. Only his first foul of the game, but that's going to send Kaiser to the free throw line. He was 2 for 2 the last time.
Good on the first.
Abram is going to go to the sideline along with Ian Sharping.
Good free throw shooting from Kaiser. If my stats are correct, he's 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
That is correct.
And we're approaching the end of the first half. For as much as MHEA has controlled the first half, particularly the first quarter, Lincoln has done a great job of hanging around. They trail by 13, but it certainly felt a lot closer than that, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Stratman.
Yeah, he just wasn't there quite in time.
That was the 4th team foul for Lincoln, so if they have another one before the end of the half, it will be free throws. Minute to play in the opening game of the 5A bracket, 2 versus 7. In the corner, Minetti.
Travel.
Before he took it baseline, shuffled his pivot foot. Possession will go back to Lincoln. 51.5 seconds to cut into the deficit. Caleb Mathis checks back in.
We've seen that we've seen that travel call quite often today in these games.
As a matter of fact, the refs have come over to the to the broadcast table a couple of times, and one of the times they came over here, they were explaining that a lot of them referee college games as well, and that during the game they're trying to give hints and tips to the players on the floor about, hey, if you're going to play at the next level, these are the kind of things that are going to be called.
Right. That's a great job by the referees there too, by helping not just calling the game, but teaching the kids what they're doing wrong when they do call something.
They have done a great job of explaining why they made a call, not necessarily in an argumentative way, but just a good back and forth dialogue between a lot of the players today here that have come through Evangel. Good offensive rebounds, presence of mind by Hartman. He's been so shifty under the basket. That's his 8th point, and I believe at least half of them have been reverse layups.
Yeah, he's definitely lived at the rim.
Lincoln's cut it to 10. Can they get another stop before the end of the first half? Adebayo rattles in and out. Good rebound by Bowden. Good lead pass by Hartman. That shot no good. Offensive rebound is going to be controlled by Lincoln, and I believe they're going to give a foul to Caleb Mathis.
Nope.
Nope.
Number 12 for Memphis is going to shoot free throws.
So Mathis was the recipient of that foul, so he'll be shooting the free throws instead. And I believe the foul was called on Kaiser.
And that would be his first. So Lincoln doesn't have anybody more than one foul, according to my paper. Once again, we are not the official. We try to keep as often and as accurate as we can.
Mathis knocks down both.
10 seconds.
That time we had a blocking foul on Adebayo, and it seemed like that was the right call. Lenzen was able to sidestep, caught Adebayo in the shoulder. Typically it's only a charge if you catch him directly in the chest. So Lenzen will go to the free throw line.
That's going to be free throw number 5 and 6 for Lenzen.
Cannot connect on the first.
3.7 seconds left. You got to keep Hartman off the boards here, because he's done a really good job of finding loose balls and trying to get it put back up under the basket.
Lenzen misses the second as well. Last second heave is going to be too strong off the backboard, and that's going to do it in our first half of play. After 16 minutes, MHEA 39, Lincoln 27. Second half action and a couple more games to come from Evangel after this halftime intermission.
When it hurts, real time it. 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 When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
We are back here at the AG Financial Arena in Springfield, Missouri. The tip-in is going to be an offensive goaltending to start the third quarter. Zay Harris got way up there and tipped it back in, but it was still inside the cylinder, so that's going to be a goaltend. Paul Gilmore alongside Jeremy Caldwell, bringing you the second half action of this boys 5A, 2 versus 7 seed, MHEA the 2 seed, Lincoln the 7. And that's going to be a foul, a hard foul by Adebayo. And through the contact, Lenzen was able to connect. He'll go to the free throw line.
Try to start this third quarter here with an old-fashioned three-point play.
Despite trailing after the first quarter 24-10, Lincoln actually outscored MHEA in the second quarter 17-15, and a quick 3-0 advantage so far has cut the lead to 9.
Yeah, one key to that was to hold Caleb Thomas to only 6 points in the second quarter.
Harris. Thomas on the drive. Good defense from Bowden, and he's going to be fouled on the offensive or on the defensive rebound, I should say.
That's going to be the third foul on Green. He's going to come out and sit.
Cam Mathis checks in.
Mivers comes out with a little bit of pressure. on the inbound.
And on the entry pass, Bowdoin's going to be fouled. I believe they're going to get Zay Harris for that particular foul. So 2 quick team fouls also for MHEA to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, now it looks like they're trying to go inside to Bowdoin, use his size against him.
Good block that time. MHEA coming the other way quickly. Thomas has the ball poked away from behind. Will stay with Memphis.
Lincoln's done a really good job of running the floor with Memphis, not letting them get any open opportunities on the fast breaks.
That time, the pass to Adebayo, he was not looking. Good defense from Memphis before on the offensive rebound. There's another foul. And going to the free throw line is Kaiser.
I believe that foul was on 23.
That would give it to Cam Mathis. That would be his third.
And it's probably why you see Elijah Guess coming off the bench.
Kaiser shooting 100% from the free throw line, 5 for 5. Continues his perfect streak, and that cuts the lead to 7.
Yeah,
Lincoln Eagles chipping away.
Free throws has kind of kept Lincoln in this ball game.
Lincoln's also been very solid defensively. Guess skies in for the rebound. Creates another possession for Memphis. Adebayo inside to Mathis. That time the shot is rejected by Lenzin, but they're going to whistle him for a foul.
It's going to be on number 11. They're going to get Bowdoin for that foul. That's his second.
First free throw from Mathis is good.
First points of the third quarter for Memphis as Lincoln come out with a 5-0 run to start. Knocks down the second one. 41-32, Memphis still up.
On the drive, we're going to have an offensive foul. Good job by Memphis to get in position. Kaiser whistled for the foul.
Yeah, Adebayo looks like he got there this time in time before he left his feet and was able to draw the charge.
Mathis kept possession, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout from Coach Reeves. I think mainly he wanted to keep possession and not have something get out of sorts.
Right.
But 30-second timeout, 5:53 left to go in the third quarter. MHEA up 9.
Yeah, Lincoln's done a good job of just staying within striking distance of Memphis. They've, basically free throw line have kept them in the game. They've had 2 early threes from Bowdoin that started it, and since then they've only had 1 3 in the game and only 4 other regular field goals. All their other points have came from the free throw line. So Memphis has got to start doing a better job of not fouling on the defensive side and keeping Lincoln off the free throw line. And Lincoln, they're doing a really good job of forcing that and getting to the paint and drawing those fouls. So they're not settling for outside shots.
It's a good point. More than a third of their points have come from free throws. Helter-skelter play. Ball ends up back with the Eagles in the hands of Guess. Pass looking for Mathis, but made the pass while he was in the air. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Caleb Mathis.
Draws another foul. And that's going to put them to the free throw line the rest of this quarter. 5:20 to go. That's Caleb's first foul in the game. But fifth team foul for Memphis. And, Lincoln has done a really good job of drawing those fouls already. And now knowing they're in the bonus for the next 5 minutes and 20 seconds, you got to think they're going to be going to the paint at every opportunity.
And you mentioned it already, Jeremy. They've been excellent from the free throw line. Really good in this game. And connects on both that time. Does Hartman.
Yeah, Memphis started out strong in that first quarter, and they have just seemed a little out of sorts the last few.
And that time the ball's thrown straight into the hands of Kaiser. Up ahead. Dangerous pass, but in the corner. Kaiser's going to fire up a three, no good. And we're going to have a blocking foul.
That's going to be on 14, Ben Hartman.
Hartman was shaking his head yes at the ref, like, yep, yeah, he got me.
Zay Harris going to come into the game for Elijah Guess.
Adebayo, three-pointer, nothing but net.
That's his second three of the game. They're going to need to find some help for Caleb Thomas offensively.
That shot's going to be rejected, and Thomas is going to be fouled.
It's going to draw another foul by Jonas Stratman there. So that's the fourth player for Lincoln with 2 fouls. And Memphis has 2 players with 3 fouls apiece. So fouls are starting to add up here for both teams. Still have 4:20 to go in the third quarter in a 44-34 ball game.
In the corner, another three for Adebayo. Back-to-back triples for Sean. Linzen fires up a three, that's short. Caleb Mathis comes down with the rebound. 4-on-2 the other way. In the corner, Adebayo again. No.
That one might have brought the house down.
Memphis faithful would have been on their feet for sure. Thomas floats it up. Too strong. Bowden the rebound.
Yeah, did a really good job with his offhand of fending off the defender.
They're trying to isolate Bowden, who's getting double teamed by Adebayo. Far corner three instead is good for Bert Nelson. So great job by Lincoln to recognize Adebayo had slipped over to double Bowden and finds the shooter in the corner.
That's his second three of the game, is Nelson.
Cam Mathis slides behind the defense and puts it up and one.
Fouls on 23. That's going to be Nick Linzen's third foul of the game, I believe. Cam Mathis going to the free throw line to see if he can complete the three-point play. And Hartman back into the game. We've seen him make an impact on this game early on.
Mathis rattles it in.
I think he hit every part of the rim twice on that free throw. 50-37, Memphis up. 2:45 to go.
Lincoln looking for some isolation opportunities for Bowden, and you can see why as he muscles his way down there for the two-point basket.
That's his first field goal outside of those 2 threes he started with.
Adebayo thought about it.
Yeah, that was a good job not to force it.
Good bounce pass. That time he does take it from the top of the key, off on the right side that time. And then he's going to commit the foul.
That's going to be his third foul. And that's going to send Lincoln back to the free throw line. Linden just go ahead and took the old walk down there, knew where he was going. This is his 8th and 9th free throw of the ball game for Linden.
Nothing but net on the first.
Nelson comes out of the game. Number 1, Isaac Taylor, comes into the game for him.
And the free throw fountain continues for Lincoln. Every time they've gone, it seems like they come away with 2 more points. That's how they've stayed somewhat in this game, down 9, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. No call that time between Thomas and Hartman. Caleb Mathis caught down low. Kicks it up top to Cam.
Minute and a half to go. Third quarter. That's going to be another foul on 14. Ben Hartman, his third foul. So Hartman and Linden, both for Lincoln, 3 fouls apiece. And then Cam Mathis, Sean Adebayo, and Adrian Green, 3 fouls apiece for Memphis. Both teams were in the bonus, last minute and a half.
That free throw is good for Caleb Mathis. Quick update from Drury. San Antonio Patriots up big on the Mid-Missouri Mavericks.
They're in the fourth quarter there.
They're in the fourth quarter. Patriots up 24.
Caleb Mathis knocks down both free throws. Both teams have done well from the free throw line tonight. And basically this is what's kept Lincoln in the game.
No good that time from Taylor.
Defensive rebound by Caleb Thomas. Minute and 12. Let's see if they just hold for one shot.
Adebayo finds Cam Mathis underneath, but that's going to be a shooting foul.
I believe that foul is going to be on number 1 on the backside by Taylor. That's going to send Cam Mathis back to the free throw line, where he's 3 for 5 for the day. 4 for 6 as he knocks down the first one. Extending the lead to 12. And knocks down the second one. 13-point lead. Memphis up 54-41. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter of the 6A 2 versus 7. 5A 2 versus 7 ball game.
Bowden down low, getting double teamed. Cross court pass to Taylor. Too strong. Offensive rebound, Bowden. He hits the floor.
That's a good
Memphis
job.
Quickly coming the other way. That time the shot was rejected.
That was a great job by Caleb Thomas. Come off the weak side to help on Bowden, because knowing he has the size advantage, and comes down and gets the shot block, but they keep possession as it hits out of bounds. That's going to be a timeout by Lincoln Eagles.
30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 34.2 seconds left to go in the third quarter. MHEA up 13. And Jeremy, you look at this Lincoln team, and the majority of their points since the first quarter have come via the free throw line. What's something that they could do as they continue to battle here in the third quarter and fourth quarter? What's something that they could do to potentially get some more field goals going so they don't have to rely on free throws?
Yeah, they've had 15 made free throws just in the second and third quarter alone. And, they look like they've made a point to try to start posting up Bowden in the post. And Memphis is doing a good job of sending weak side help. So you got to recognize where the help's coming from. and that guy has either got to dive weak side or flash to the weak side corner for the three, because they got some good three-point shooters, but they they just haven't done that. When they get it to Bowden, they kind of watch him wait and see what he can do, and when they're sending the double, they haven't been able to get the open guy. 25 seconds. Lincoln has extended their defense. Memphis is going to hold for the last shot, 10 seconds.
Good drive by Caleb Mathis underneath to Zay Harris. No good. Bowden with the rebound, and he's just going to hold it. And that's going to do it for 3/4 of play. After 3, MHEA 54, Lincoln 41. 8 more minutes to go to determine who advances in the 5A bracket. We'll continue with that and more right after this intermission.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
8 more minutes.
In the AG Financial Arena, 8 minutes to go. MHEA 54, Lincoln 41. Lincoln starts with possession. They're going to have to get some baskets in a hurry in this 4th quarter. MHEA is not a team that you're really going to be able to make a strong comeback on.
Yeah, once again, they go down in the post to Bowden, posting up against Elijah Guess. Guess did a really good job of keeping his body.
Good job by the Eagles not to foul. Caleb Thomas had not seen one of those in a while. His first points of the second half, and it's another triple, his 6th of the day. Then Memphis run out the other way. They've got a 4-on-2. Find Caleb Mathis, and he puts it in. This is a very dangerous place for Lincoln to be. MHEA heating up. And that time the foul is called underneath. Bowden lost the handle, but they're going to call the foul on Caleb Mathis, I believe.
Is it on Mathis, or I thought they called that on Guess?
I thought so too, but then the ref put up 2 different hands.
Oh. Nonetheless, Bowden is to the free throw line, shooting 2. Knocks down the first one. As Memphis jumped out to an early 5-0 run here to start the 4th quarter.
The free throw boon continues for Lincoln. They've been very successful from the charity stripe. However, a lot more unsuccessful putting in field goals. The lead is ballooned to 16. Adebayo with an ill-advised three-pointer from the top of the key.
Yeah, that's probably not a shot that if you're the Memphis coach that you wanted in that situation.
Bowden with the nice fake. He fires up after resetting. Gets the ball back down low, flips it up with the left. That time slips through the defense and puts it in.
Yeah, Memphis doing a really good job of trying not to foul, knowing they have the size disadvantage, and not giving up the and one. (59-45). Memphis up 14, 6:12 to go here in the 4th quarter. Memphis being patient here offensively.
And we're going to have an offensive foul, the push-off on Cam Mathis.
Yep. If he wouldn't have extended the elbow, I don't think he would have got called for it. He's going to come in for Adebayo. Coach probably going to go talk to him a little bit about that three that was a little ill-advised.
Bowden short on his three-point attempt. Guess quickly the other way.
5:30 to go, fourth quarter. Winner advances to play tomorrow night, I believe, on this court.
Mathis, good offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Caleb Mathis up top. Thomas. Mathis. Good patience and good ball movement from MHEA. Get it to David Abram. That's denied by Bowden. Denied again by Bowden.
Great job by David staying with it, though, to keep possession.
Somehow Memphis keeps possession until ultimately that is lost, and a foul is going to be called on Guess. I think just some unfortunate timing, as on the run out, there was a trip.
Looked like incidental contact. Both guys running down the floor, they just got feet tripped up with each other.
Exactly 5 minutes to go in the game. MHEA still up 14. Lincoln looking for some answers. Bowden has had a couple of them so far, but not quite enough. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball's going to go back to Memphis. Great job there by Mathis to put his hand on top of the ball.
It seemed like it was either going to be a jump ball or a travel. Yeah. So either way, the ball was going to go back to Memphis.
Memphis guard doing a good job of protecting the ball on these passes, catching it with two hands.
And they're going to say that ball was thrown out of bounds by Caleb Mathis.
It went off the foot of David Abrams. He was trying to go backdoor on the backdoor cut, and Mathis turned to post up, and his feet kind of got in the way.
Almost a triple team on Bowden. Three-point attempt, no good, but they're going to call Caleb Thomas.
Running through the screen.
That was Stratman that had hit the deck. First foul on Thomas.
So already Memphis has 14 fouls in the fourth quarter, and we have 4 minutes to go.
Fortunately for them, they also have a bevy of players that they can sub in and out if somebody gets in foul trouble. Another team with a deep bench that plays a lot of its players.
Yeah, there's a lot of white jerseys sitting over there.
Bowden goes into Abram. Wise decision from Bowden. Not only does he get the free throws and another foul on Abram, but that's now also the 5th team foul on MHEA, so Lincoln will be shooting free throws the rest of the game.
Yeah, and Grady Bowden has been the only one to score for Lincoln here in the fourth quarter, as he has all 4 of their points. Misses that free throw. Looks like Bowden's starting to get a little bit tired there. He's having to battle with the big man of Abram from Memphis, and also Zay Harris and Elijah Guest just rotating off of him.
And Bowden connects on the second. .15 points now for Bowden, the All-American from the Heartland region. 3-on-1 the other way. Mathis chooses to pull it out. And we're going to have a full timeout from MHEA. 3:52 left to go. And we'll take a brief intermission with this timeout. MHEA 59, Lincoln 46.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Ouch!
When it hurts, real time it.
Point advantage. MHEA over Lincoln Eagles. .345 left to go in the fourth quarter. Good patience once again from Memphis. They're looking to run as much time as possible out of the clock. That time, Caleb Thomas going to be fouled by Linzen. Third foul on Linzen.
Fourth foul is what I have. We're unofficial.
It could be the fourth foul. I had a little bit of a scratch mark on that one. Maybe that was the third, and then this recent one was the fourth.
Caleb Thomas
lost the handle. Cam Mathis was there, almost nearly got the possession back. Problem for Lincoln is that there's a lot of time that's been coming off the clock, where in this fourth quarter they once again only have one field goal.
Yep. And they've only had one player that score here in the fourth quarter, and that's Grady Bowden.
Eventually you're going to get to a point where you need some baskets, particularly three-pointers, if you want to have a chance to come back, and turnovers are not going to do it.
No, that was a good look. They saw Kaiser cutting, and he just threw it a little bit too hard. Wasn't able to corral it.
That ball's tipped. And we're going to have an offensive foul called on Zay Harris. Good defense from the Eagles to get into position on the sideline.
It's going to be Zay's third foul.
Posting Bowden once again against Abram. Nice step through, and that's a foul called that is going to send Bowden back to the line.
Yeah, Bowden has shown his repertoire today. Has started the game stepping out, hitting two big threes deep, and then since then has just went to the post and trying to show his footwork in the post and as a big man.
He's got some nice smooth play down there. A couple of good spins against Abram, showing his composure. Knocks down the free throw. Still the only player to score for Lincoln in the fourth quarter. He's got 6.
Yeah, and they're still down 12. You got to figure if they plan to make a run and get back in this game, they're going to have to find somebody else other than Bowden to help him out in the scoring category, as he's actually going to go to the bench right now.
And that was Bert Nelson that checked in for him.
And that's going to prompt Memphis to send David Abram to the bench and bring in Elijah Guest, bring in another guard.
Under 3 to play. That's going to be a foul on Hartman. Fourth foul for him.
Only the second team foul here in the fourth quarter. That's going to, so that Hartman and Linzen looks like they both have 4 fouls apiece.
Thomas takes it all the way.
Yeah, when you notice that Bowden's not in the game, you kind of opens it up to where you can take it down low and take it inside.
That time Linzen on the drive had the ball knocked away.
And quickly Bowden up off the bench, checked back into the game. Got him a quick little breather. Hopefully he caught his breath. 2:37 to go, 61-48.
24 points in the game for Caleb Thomas. He had 13 in the first quarter. Nice spin move for Bowden.
It's going to be a full timeout by Lincoln. But once again, we've mentioned a couple times, Bowden is the only one that's put points on the board here for Lincoln in the fourth quarter.
He has all 9 of their points. 61-50, 11-point game, 2:30 left to go.
When it hurts, real time it. When it hurts, real time it.
Finishes in the next 2:30.
Real time.
We'll continue our coverage of our boys 18U 5A bracket.
Over at Drury, they're covering the 6A bracket as the 8A and 7A finished earlier today. And had some good matchups today, Paul, and anticipating a couple more tonight and some more great matchups tomorrow. We're going to have a lot more girls games on the broadcast tomorrow, girls 18Us and some boys 18Us. So be on the lookout for those.
Looking forward to those girls games tomorrow as they'll have the 1 versus 2 pool games. And we're going to have an and 1.
Yeah, Elijah Gibbs just took that all the way. Notice that he missed Adebayo wide open down there on that fast break opportunity, but he didn't want to risk a turnover on a tip pass, so he just took it all the way home himself. Bowden started that coming out of that timeout on the bench, and once again Memphis took advantage of it straight to the hole and was able to get an and 1 and a foul and see if Elijah can create that 3-point play.
Lincoln is doing some offensive defensive substitutions. They're getting Bowden perhaps some rest. That pass was intercepted by Nelson. And we're going to have a foul called on Caleb Mathis. That's going to be free throws for Lincoln.
Yep, Mathis had the turnover as he threw the ball thinking his teammate was going to be there in the corner, and a Lincoln Eagle defender jumped in front of him, and then he turned around and committed the foul after that. So that's a double whammy as a player there, and probably not something that a Memphis coach wanted to have at this point in time.
No, the only thing you don't want to do at this point is turn the ball over and give the other team points with no time coming off the clock.
Right.
And that's exactly what happened in that possession.
Yeah. Now, luckily for Memphis, Lindsay missed the first free throw, but he knocks down the second one, and finally, someone other than Bowden has scored in the fourth quarter here for Lincoln.
3-on-2 coming the other way from the press break. Caleb Mathis decides to press the issue, and he's going to get an and 1.
Yeah, so looks like Memphis said, we're not just going to sit out here and dribble the clock out. We're going to take advantage of Bowden being on the bench and just take it to the hole. So that's back-to-back plays that they've taken to the hole and gotten and 1s. Wasn't able to complete the 3-point play the last possession, and see if Mathis can complete it here. And he does. So it looks like they're going to try to keep Bowden in the game on the offensive possessions for Lincoln and try to pull him on the defensive possession if they get a foul.
We're now under 2 minutes to play in the final period. MHEA leads by 15. They get the ball into Bowden on the far side. Nelson for 3. Too strong. Rebound controlled by Green. This is where MHEA excels when they have the lead and they're trying to play keep away.
Right.
They've got guards that are just so fast and so good with the handle. Guards like Cam Mathis that can do that, knife through your entire defense and then lay it up when they're already up by 16. And then a turnover going the other way.
Nope, it's going to be off Memphis. It's going to stay Lincoln ball. Almost a turnover there, though. If you're the Lincoln coach, that's definitely not what you want, is give up a layup and then come down and turn the ball over. Looks like they're going to get Bowden for a 3 in the corner there. That's his first 3 since the first quarter. Another timeout for Lincoln. You got to think that's probably to get Bowden out of the game, which I'm not understanding this philosophy, because every time he goes out of the game, Memphis makes an effort to take it right to the basket and finishes. 3 straight possessions, they finish the layup inside with Bowden on the bench.
I think philosophically you're thinking MHEA's got a lot of their guards out there.
Yes.
And you're thinking, well, let me put some quick guards out there that can match up with MHEA.
Right.
The problem is you can't really match up with MHEA's guards.
Right.
That's their biggest strength.
Correct.
And so just like you mentioned, hypothetically, having Bowden do offensive, defensive substitutions would be the correct move. And I'm not going to pretend that I know better than how to coach the team than Coach Linzen. He's been coaching them all year.
Correct.
Unfortunately, it has not been working out in the fourth quarter. MHEA has gotten a couple of and one layups. They've been able to attack the paint with Bowden sitting on the bench.
Right. And I think if you're Memphis, that's probably a strategy that they incur depending on if Bowden's in the game or out of the game. If Bowden's in the game, they probably dribble it out. And if Bowden's out of the game, then they know they have an advantage in the paint, so they take advantage of it. So great job by Memphis.
And there it is again.
Yep.
We just talked about this. They are not afraid to attack the basket. And then the inbounds is stolen by Cam Mathis. And just like that, with a minute left, the game is starting to get out of hand. 18-point game. MHEA really turning up the heat, sensing closure in this one.
Yeah, that guard pressure has really played a role here in this fourth quarter.
Good defense by Cam Mathis. That time over the top. Kaiser slipped the defense. He gets on the scoreboard for the fourth quarter. And timeout by Zay Harris as he was trapped in the corner. 36.7 seconds left. 16-point Eagle lead. Update from Drury. The HEA Firebirds have now doubled up the Chargers 16-8 with about a minute and 18 left in the first quarter.
I believe that's a Midwest versus Heartland matchup. The Chargers being from Heartland, they're right here from Springfield area, and the HEA Firebirds are from the Michigan area, I believe. Is that correct, Paul?
They are from Novi, Michigan, outside of Detroit. And if you're tuning in for the next game, the 8:15 game is supposed to be KC Metro Mavericks versus Cache Eagles. This is obviously not that right now. This is the end of the prior game. So as soon as this game is finished, we'll be coming at you with coverage of that KC Metro Cache Eagles game. We want to, again, thank you for joining us on any of the broadcasts this week. If you're in Springfield, driving around, sitting at the hotel, eating dinner, or if you're back home, if you're in Memphis or Lincoln, Nebraska, anywhere else you may be watching us, we want to thank you for joining us on the broadcast. Feel free to interact with us. If you look on the top right of the broadcast, that is our X handle, Twitter handle, if you will, NCHBCL. If you've got comments, suggestions, pronunciation corrections, that is the place to reach us all week long. MHEA inbounds. Doesn't look like Lincoln's going to want to foul. Still applying tough defense. And that time Cam Mathis with the up and under, just a little bit too strong. Offensive rebound. They're going to say last touch by Lincoln.
I believe Kaiser knocked it out of Elijah Guess's hands there. Great drive and kick.
Thomas on the post. Spins left, no good. Offensive rebound, we're going to have a foul.
I think that's going to send Zay Harris to the free throw line.
And MHEA has just been relentless in this fourth quarter.
That's Ben Hartman's fifth foul. He has just fouled out of the game.
Good move by Hartman to go shake Coach Reeves' hand. Isaac Taylor's going to check back in.
I think Grady Bowden was at the scorer's table to go into the game, and I believe the coach just pulled him back.
And great game for Hartman. He finished the game in double digits, 10 points.
Yeah, he had some crucial baskets under the basket, getting loose balls, diving back door. Zay Harris gets on the board with the second free throw. Once again, the guard play for Memphis.
That time, the punctuation thrown down by Elijah Guess. Nice three-pointer from Linzen to end the game, but that's going to do it. MHEA 75, Lincoln Eagles 59. On behalf of Jeremy Caldwell, my name is Paul Gilmore, and I want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Coming up next, we've got some more boys 18U action, and Trellis and Jeremy will be on that call. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast, and we'll see you on the next one.